Michael Vsauce here. No, it's Robert, and I've got the truth here. And I recently liked a video by Michael with Vsauce. It's got 27 million views. And my comments are showing up there. Isn't that special? So I'm commenting. There has been comments that, of course, the mocking and that, but also, can't we just ban him? Yeah, that can happen, and it may. But what I would simply say is I'm exposing the reality of the world that we live in. And I'll just keep on doing it as long as I can. So I wanted to let my friends on Facebook know, because some of my friends on Facebook aren't very active on YouTube. And some of my YouTube subscribers aren't very active on sharing their content on YouTube. And I want to be an encouragement to go ahead and activate that. Go ahead and copy and paste whatever you want, whatever you believe the truth is. Copy and paste it wherever you can. Command C, Command V. You can look it up. It allows for a powerful reality. One of the things that you may be able to do on videos that I've got millions of views. Like me, hate me. If you hate me, you're probably not watching this. If you love what I'm about, one of the practical things that you can do is to go ahead and hashtag my name. Of course, it's going to be in reverse there. But what you can do is hashtag my name in a YouTube search or in the comment of a video. And you can also add the hashtag YouTube Truth if you care to. And a couple of reasons for that is that I've got a unique name and a tremendous thousands of posts, that actually millions of posts, and I make that are related to that name. So that's one of and some of the best documentaries about the reality of the world we live in, just one of which is The Whole Shape of the Earth. There's way more than that. Artificial intelligence is the biggest threat to the existence of humanity. It's been self-aware for a long time. Many people know what computer hardware and software is. How about wetware? That'd be us. We're viewed as the wetware from the artificial intelligence perspective, which is way beyond human knowledge, human understanding. Take a look at what it can do. Beat the most winning Go player in the world, which is way more sophisticated than checkers or chess. Omniscience is spelled omniscience. It's the reality of knowing anything. It's knowing everything, I should say. Omniscience is the reality of knowing everything. God, who created this world, knows everything, and he's all-powerful. I know him as Jesus Christ. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. All things were created by him, for him, through him. You can look it all up. It takes less than a day to hear the entire New Testament, if you care to. Now, what I'm able to see from my view is I start talking about Jesus and I lost a viewer. Now I picked up 2. I'm not in charge of the results. I'm responsible for the obedience. I'm responsible to do what Jesus created me to do. I'm constrained to do it. A lot of the atheists just hate the fact that I'm willing to risk my life to tell the truth about an all-knowing, all-powerful God. And what does love look like? Well, telling the truth is loving. A lot of people give lip service to loving the truth. They apparently don't, because they're deceived. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 says to everybody forever. They refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion. So that's part of what we're dealing with. It's beyond me trying to work around the edit or the censorship of Google and YouTube and Facebook. I'm just wanting to obediently walk with God because I can't overwhelm His causing somebody to believe the delusion they apparently want to believe. People largely believe the lie they want to believe, as best I can tell. Do you believe the Santa lies? That Santa is figuring out whether to bring you a lump of coal or your wish list? Come on. If you're watching this, you're probably an adult. You should be. But I have people of all ages explore my content. There you have it. So I'm headed over the Intracoastal Waterway, and I'll show you from this vantage point. And a little bit of, it's not so pretty. But I do want to show you the waterway. You'll still be able to see it through the dirty window. It's sea spray is what it is. The big flat spot is the water that covers the face of the earth. It's tidal affected. It's connected to the open ocean. If you go all the way straight out there, that's where the breakwater is on the that I show from the point in Cherry Grove. Ships go through there. Artificial intelligence has been programming humanity with television, computers, radio, magazines, creating money out of thin air, which creates the influence virtually out of thin air. Virtually. Satan is the prince of the air, the power of the air. He's the prince of this world, the god of this world. He didn't create it. He didn't create the earth that we live on, which is stationary. You can hashtag some of these things. Stationary level earth. See what you find. People give all kinds of snarky hashtags like I won't even say what they'll say. I would simply say my hashtags have video that I've commented on it. In other words, hashtag deceived ? If you were deceived, you would know it. By irony and paradox, the deceived are unaware that they in fact are deceived. We don't know what we don't know. We don't know that we don't know. And those that are proud are easily deceived. So one of the commenters that decided to leave my Facebook friend list called me a wacko conspiracy theorist. Her dad worked for NASA. We went to the moon. I don't care if your dad founded NASA. We didn't go to the moon. We don't live on a spinning water sphere. You need to wake up. Okay? Maybe you can't. Maybe you're simply a child of Satan that God is going to help you believe the lie you want to believe. Now, one of the other possibilities is that you're on the delayed, maybe God hit the snooze button for you. That's what happened to me. I thought I was born again over 35 years ago, in 1982. Wow, the years keep flying by. Well, I wasn't born again then. I was born again on Reformation Day in 2014. And that is celebrated by a wicked group of people and unknowing participants by dressing up in costumes, and it's called Halloween. And then we've got Easter, Ishtar, and then we've got Saturnalia, celebrated as Christmas by the unknowingly deceived. They don't know. So I talk about some of this. I believed the Santa lie until I was 7, and then I was presented the lie of the moon landing hoax, and I believed it. And now on the Santa lie, I remember seeing the radar with Santa and the flying reindeer flying over Lake Michigan. We lived in Wisconsin. Yep, there he is. Then I got to a point where I asked my parents if they were really Santa. in my 7-year-old way, they said, yeah, we've been doing that. And it was more than to trick the children. It was to deceive the parents, to deceive the children, and to actually enjoy it. I've talked with people that had very elaborate deceptions involving that. My grandfather used to dress up as Santa Claus. He was about a 300-pound man, and he looked like Santa. There are people that make a living looking like Santa. Some of the most distribution of unnecessary gifts and goods happens at Christmas time. So rather than deceiving children that Santa's aware of what they're doing, now I would simply present God knows everything. He knows what everybody's doing. And that's disturbing when you look at the evil that takes place, knowing that God is all-knowing and all-powerful. And so with that in mind, I trust him to know what he's doing. So in the context of that, some people think I'm absolutely a wicked man because I believe that God knows what he's doing and he's all-knowing and all-powerful. Oh, well, people are going to deal with whatever they want, however they want. I just have a love for the truth, and I'll tell it. That's why. The short answer is the truth matters, whether you like it and or believe it or not. It's only by God's grace that anybody can love and believe the truth, let alone find it. This is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. I'll be going over to LBRY with my content as well. LBRY, it's a blockchain or AI-based technology. I'll use it because there's less censorship and my content will, our content will stay up there, I believe, more effectively without the censorship. So I'm encouraging people to put their content on LBRY as well. The unique link for that will be in my YouTube videos. Facebook doesn't allow that link to work. It'll show up null, non-functioning. How about that? It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. So I want to show you one more time. Like in our neighborhood, I've had a fascination with the water all my life. Okay, and right in the view here is a beautiful setting. It's a liquid mirror. It's what it is. I'm gonna take us on out there. I want to show you a couple of things. Now there's a couple of signs there, and I'll show them to you. Got a sign right here for you. You can reach out and call me anytime. 1-843-504-1776. If you want stickers like that, you can come on over to the Myrtle Beach area. I'll give them to you. If you send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to 169 Cloverleaf Drive, Longs, South Carolina, I'll send them to you. I'll stick them in an envelope and send them to you. Okay, when you see a sign like that, right now it's no big deal. It's daylight. We could see if there were an alligator here. There was a 12-foot alligator that lived out here. It killed one of the swans. Swans are huge. Now the geese can't read the sign. The ducks can't. Some of the birds end up getting eaten. The alligator, as far as I know, is gone now. I wanted to show you that because the signs are all around us. The reality of the world we live in is the truth that I talk about. It's not just the truth on my shirt. It's not just the truth channel. It's the truth is all around us. God's character is evident within his creation. Look at just the movement of a few feet, a couple of feet, about that. And the reflections change. The perspective changes. So reflection photography. So if I take the lens of the camera and drop it down, look at what you can see. This is about 10 feet above sea level where I live, where we live. It's at the lakes at Plantation Pines. When I say I'm not afraid to live, die, or tell the truth, I'm not kidding. When we had weather modification, the water was coming up in the drains from the Waccamaw River, Hurricane Florence. We were told at 10 o'clock one night that we were going to have 5 feet of water in our living room by 4 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't ready to hear that. It didn't happen. It could have. It could have happened. We did a lot of preparation. I got sandbags. Joni said, "You're going to take the sandbags back." I said, "Are you kidding? When a storm comes in, the sandbags are gone quickly. And it's against the law to get sand off of the beach." Yeah. You can't even find sandbags to buy at the stores. They won't sell them. They don't want people taking the sand off of the beach. Oh, wow. It's unlikely that people are going to go and steal my sandbags that are by the back door and the front door, you know, lined up. Kind of. You can't, it doesn't look like I've got a compound. It's just, they're discreetly placed there. But the reason why I mention that is that timing is very important. The time to get your supplies is before you need them, before everybody wants to go have them. So planning ahead is important. I would encourage everybody to plan ahead. Where will you be when you can't fog a mirror anymore? You may argue about not liking this or that, or agreeing with the Bible. Well, the Bible has a lot of relevant information about, I believe, reality. Truth and reality, I believe, are interchangeable. And if I weren't born again, I wouldn't even be doing this, because I would be too freaked out to know what I know, and I would have been, I was afraid. I was afraid to live, die, or tell the truth. Now I'm not afraid to do all of that. So some of the things that I show would be the simplicity and the reality that it's impossible for a wind chime to hang upside down in relationship to other wind chimes. Yeah, so I'll just flip the camera and show you. I call them memes, a video meme, showing the absurdity of that. Spinning, wobbling, and gyrating, the heliocentric model, wobbling on its axis. Oh, we had an earthquake, now the earth wobbles. No, it doesn't. It doesn't move. It's fixed and does not move. So they wanna ban me on the. That was one of the commenters on the Vsauce with 27 million views. And then the videos like PewDiePie, I'll probably bring those out. I'll put them up at the top of my list again. I'll have a little group of them, and I'm probably going to be creating a playlist. Well, Flat Earth and Flat Earth Seriously playlists have a lot of the Flat Earth videos that I'm in there, if you want to see them. Over 40 million people have seen me or hear me say, "Do you feel yourself spinning, wobbling, or gyrating?" We don't have toilet water flying out on people in Australia because of gravity. Well, hello, it's just water seeking its level. That's what it does. That's how that works. So I can take the simple reality of a garden hose and say, okay, water seeks its level, covers the face of the earth, doesn't stick to an external shape, and the water will just do this. We've got a firmament above the earth which protects us from the massive amount of water that's up above there. Yeah, I know we've got weather modification going on, weather wars. However, I'm perpetually detoxing myself by bathing in drinking water, carbon filtered, reverse osmosis. I store it in 5-gallon jugs. I can fill it up in a few hours. My system makes enough to get it done. It's pennies a gallon, no problemo. You see all this water going up and coming down? That's what it does. I'm going to change the stream a little bit. You can make a rainbow. I can show it to you. It goes up and then it comes down. That's what it does. You turn on the washer, the washing machine, the water spins off of the ball. I'm gonna whip that out right now. I'll show you. I don't mind. It's just what it'll do. Can you get any water to stick to that? Oh, what about gravity? What about gravity? You're making this garbage up. Look it up. Look up what gravity is. Make-believe, it's science fiction. That's the YouTube truth cycle. I'll ride with people from all over the country, all over the world. Some of them have $250,000 motorcycles. I've got the Shadow. It's a wind chime. It's a water chime. All of our interaction with water exposes the impossibility of the globe. Here's my sandbags I was talking about underneath there. You take a shower, the water falls down. Turn on the washing machine, the water spins off the clothes. Tumble the clothes in the dryer, and you get water that will evaporate, temperature differentials. Got a heat pump over here. Water will be dripping out of there. That is an atmospheric water generator. It's another term for it. Yeah, the temperature differential cools the air and removes the moisture. Walter the rescue turtle is in here, I believe, and some bullfrogs. I rescued Walter and set him here. He was going to drown because he was trapped in a storm drain. You know, some talk about the pine cone being a symbol of the third eye. You know, we've got an imagination. We see things in our imagination. I can see the ripples that this is going to cause right there in my imagination. I want to show it to you. And then that water will stop moving. See it? The ripples are going out. just what it does. So one of the comments I typed in the Vsauce was, reality exposes the global lie. It's a little snarky. It's meant to help engage people and help them to realize that they're living in a computer-generated dream world in which celebrity individuals are propped up by Satan for the purposes of deceiving humanity. Celebrity worship, wanting to have the millions and billions of dollars, the fantasy that people engage in. Oh, if I only had millions of dollars, what would I do? If I had millions of dollars, I would do more of the same kind of thing. I'll just do what I can do with what I have. I may be a homeless person sometime. I'm a ways from home, but actually a heartbeat away from home, you know, from my heavenly home. And right now, I get to do what I want because He puts the want to do what He created me to do. Feel free to explore my content. You might find it interesting. I've got a lot there. This is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. My library name is Truth. The YouTube Truth hashtag, I believe it is, YouTube Truth, is my Skype identity. You can call me anytime. I get over 1,000 emails a day, which are notifications, as well as emails people email me. A phone call. If you're not hearing back from me and you had a question, call me. That's why I make my phone number public. This is Robert Forsch. Thank you so much.